The village of Emmerdale has survived storms, scandals, and secrets buried deep beneath its quiet lanes, but nothing has prepared it for the shocking truth about Kev. Just when everyone believed they knew who he really was, one devastating revelation threatens to tear the village apart and change lives forever. Kev had always been the kind of man people overlooked. Friendly enough, reliable on the surface, and never one to chase drama. In a village full of loud personalities and explosive feuds, he stayed in the background, watching, listening, and carrying a weight no one suspected. But behind those tired eyes was a past that refused to stay buried. The shockwave begins with a single envelope. It arrives without warning, no return address, dropped through the door of the pub in the early hours of the morning. By lunchtime, whispers are already spreading. By evening, the entire village is buzzing. Inside the envelope is a faded photograph, one that makes several longtime residents freeze in horror. The man in the photo looks unmistakably like Kev, but the date scrawled on the back tells a story that doesn't add up. The truth? Kev wasn't always Kev. As pressure mounts, Kev grows visibly shaken. His hands tremble. His voice cracks. And when confronted, he does the unthinkable, he runs. His sudden disappearance sends alarm bells ringing, especially for those who had begun to trust him. Why flee unless there was something to hide? When Kev finally returns, cornered and emotionally broken, the truth spills out in a raw, heartbreaking confession. Years ago, long before he arrived in Emmerdale, Kev was involved in a tragic incident that ended in death. A young man lost his life after a heated confrontation that spiraled out of control. Kev insists it was an accident, but the guilt has haunted him every day since. Rather than face the consequences, he disappeared, changed his name, and tried to build a quiet life somewhere no one knew his past. But secrets never stay hidden in Emmerdale. The most devastating twist comes when it's revealed that the man who died was connected to someone still living in the village. A relative. A friend. Someone who has unknowingly shared drinks, laughter, and conversations with Kev for years. The betrayal cuts deep, reopening wounds that never truly healed. Tears fall. Voices rise. Accusations fly. Some villagers demand justice, insisting Kev must finally answer for what he did. Others see a broken man who has punished himself every day with guilt and fear. The village splits down the middle, friendships strained and loyalties tested like never before. But the biggest shock of all is yet to come. Just as Kev prepares to hand himself in, another truth emerges, one that changes everything. New evidence suggests Kev may not have been entirely responsible for the tragedy after all. There was someone else there that night. Someone who fled and allowed Kev to carry the blame alone. Now the question isn't just whether Kev deserves forgiveness, it's whether the real culprit has been hiding in plain sight all along. As the walls close in, Kev faces an impossible choice: protect the truth and destroy what little peace remains in the village, or stay silent and continue living with the burden that has nearly destroyed him. One thing is certain: Emmerdale will never be the same again. With trust shattered, old wounds reopened, and a dangerous secret still lurking in the shadows, Kev's shocking news sets the stage for one of the most emotional and explosive chapters the village has ever seen. And as the truth inches closer to the surface, everyone must ask themselves the same question.